Hello, so I want to give a bunch of feedback on all sorts of things. Yeah, I just want to talk about the platinum and shard reduction to obtain things. I think that's a great change. Kind of reminds me of the beginning of Quake Champions, where I could unlock anything in the game if I spent enough time playing. So I kind of like that. Seems like it's going back to that a little bit. So I love that. And I also want to point out like a an issue with round duels that I found in the settings. Like I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, Sync. So that's why I'm just bringing it up, like just in case you don't know. But yeah, like there's two different 3 wins out of 5, and I thought at first I was like, oh well, maybe one of them is 5 wins out of 9, and it's just the text is wrong, but the game, like if I load up, it'll be the right thing. But actually, yeah, I tested out both, and they both are 3 out of 5. Like there isn't one that's 5 out of 9. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up in case you weren't aware. And I also want to talk about like weapon balance. Like so, yeah, I like how the shotgun is. But again, I'm just concerned about the rate of fire and the maximum damage, like 125 for how fast it shoots, and for how easy it is to do that damage with that weapon. It just seems like it's overly rewarding at the moment. I think overall it feels better, but again, like when things feel really good, it also can mean that it feels like really overpowered, or that it is overpowered in reality. And also, yeah, I just wanted to say that I think when it comes to Aizen, I don't even think that he needs that armor regeneration. I feel like he was already like a top tier character. I think Avik proved that in the Pro League. People were like, that was his #1 banned character against him. People were banning Aizen against Avik because he was utilizing that character to its full extent. They weren't banning it because of like that bug that existed with the turret syncing or anything like that. So I don't know, I feel like he's already really strong. And that, yeah, I just feel like the armor regeneration is a bit much for him, for any character. I feel like that might be just too strong of a passive to have. And also, yeah, I just want to touch up on ability cooldowns. Like, I feel like 60 seconds is actually an amazing change for Athena, because of the fact that when it was 45 seconds and 3 hooks, he was getting a hook every 15 seconds. I mean, that was really difficult to deal with, but, now that it's every 20 seconds, I feel like that is a little bit better and more manageable. But here's the issue I have, is like, if I'm Ranger right now, or if I'm Visor, or if I'm Clutch, or honestly any champion, especially Death Knight, who has like pretty much no passive, it's like 60 seconds. It feels like I'm waiting forever for my ability, like way too long. It just feels like almost every mode I'm playing is just like Unholy Trinity at this point. Like I'm just not even having my ability. I feel like 45 seconds is already a very long time to wait. I can point towards like a lot of matches that like pro players were playing, or whoever was playing, where they had to wait forever for their ability in order to like contest a bit with like an item or to get back into the game. And 45 seconds it's like I said, it's already a very long time. It's a very long time to wait. And I even saw like some Japanese players in the community saying that too, that 60 seconds just seems like way too long. Quake is a fast-paced game. You're supposed to get, what you need fast, and 45 seconds is not even fast, but it is, reasonable, because it's not like 20 seconds. And there was people, like, you see them all the time in deathmatch, where like, if I'm playing Death Knight, and I killed them with my ability, they're like, what the hell, like, last fight you killed me with your ability too, this is bullshit. And it's like, I didn't kill them last fight with my ability, that was the other Death Knight player, or the other Ranger player when I'm playing Ranger, or whatever. Like, I know you waited a long time, Sync, to try the 60-second ability cooldowns, and like I said, it's perfect for Athena. Really good for her. But it just feels like it makes all the other champions super weak. Like, I don't see any point playing Clutch anymore. I don't see any point playing Death Knight anymore, playing Visor anymore. I just don't see the point. Like, why play them when I can play characters that have permanent abilities, like Anarchy, Strogg, Slash? Like, they have permanent abilities. They can slide and bunny hop without stop. And they have abilities. Like, I don't know. It just seems like 60 seconds really skewed balance as a whole. But I don't want to harp on that too much. So the last thing I want to talk about is just, yeah, like railgun ammo, but, just slow rate of fire weapons as a whole in their ammo. Again, if I pick up a rocket launcher, I'm going to get 10. And then if I pick up an ammo box for rockets, I can't remember where it is on this map, but, I get 15. And if I kill someone who has rockets, then I get another 10, for a maximum of 25. That's the bare minimum for ammo, like it's just the bare minimum. And I think that that's totally cool, is that the fact that you get rewarded for going out of your way to pick up an ammo box, and I'm also getting rewarded for killing enemy champions that you know, that have that weapon, so I get the bonus ammo, so I can, you know, utilize that weapon a little bit more frequently than I would have otherwise. And at the end of the day, if we're gonna do 10-10 or anything below 25, it's not fun, it's not satisfying, and it's not intuitive. Like, it does not feel intuitive at all, you know, to pick up an enemy railgun or pick up this railgun and I'm just capped at 10, or I have 10 rails right now and I go to this ammo box and and I'm still just not even able to pick it up. Like, that's not fun. Like, it's very frustrating to deal with the fact that, you know, I go to pick up an ammo box, or I go to kill an enemy champion that I killed and I don't get rewarded for the ammo box pickup, or if I do, I get like 1 rail because I had 9 and now I have 10 again. It's just not fun. It's just not fun, and I feel like, you know, the ammo situation was kind of figured out already, especially in this game, and I want to bring up like 2 really important pieces of conversation that I think are missing. One is this: people are really forgetting that at the beginning of Quake Champions, if I picked up the railgun and then I picked it up again from the spawn, I wouldn't give me 1, you know, or make me capped at 10. It would double my ammo. I would have 20 rails. Just like how it is right now in Quake Live, right? In Quake Live, if I have 10 rockets and then I go to the rocket spawn, I pick it up again, I get 20 rockets. Like, that's insane, I think, to me, because I'll watch Quake Live, you know, people playing it lately and stuff, and they constantly have an overabundance of ammo. Like, it's actually absurd. But I don't think it's a problem, honestly, because I think Quake, you should have an abundance of ammo. But I do like that many years ago in Quake, it was changed to where, you know, instead of me, you know, having, you know, 10 rockets on pickup, and then, you know, I pick it up again and get 20, now it gives me 1. But I even think this should be more like 2 on pickup, like, because I feel like 1 is just not enough. But either way, you know, it's a balance, right? So I think people are just forgetting that the ammo in Quake Champions was already balanced. We already went through this. And, you know, as far as the damage of the railgun, it's at a sweet spot, because of course if we go 10 more damage, it'll do too much for light champions. If we go 10 less, then it's like, it feels like it's impossible to rail heavy champions to death, right? So again, that 25 maximum for these slow rate of fire weapons, it's a sweet spot, and it just makes sense with the game's mathematics. Like, you know, again, that 10 plus 10 plus 5 is 25. Okay, that's the bare minimum. And then I just want to end with this like last kind of like hypothetical. Let's say, for example, because I kept seeing, you know, this term of like compromise being thrown around, like, oh, like we could try like 10-10 and as a compromise and see how that is. Or like I was seeing other like people, like pro players saying like, oh, maybe it'd be a compromise like this or that. Compromise implies that there's 2 groups of people who have the same like numbers, you know, like there's this half and this half who want completely different things. But that's not the case. Half the community, not even 40%, not even 35% of the community wants the ammo change. And again, let's just use basic numbers here. In the past like 24 hours, Quake had a peak players playing it of 1,000. Now let's just, for the sake of argument, say that 1,000 Quake players is the total community, you know. So then let's say, again, that's 10% of that 1,000 that want the rail ammo change. That would be 100 people. There's definitely not 100 people in a Discord server asking for this. It might be 30 or in the 30s or something like that, but there's no way that there are 100 people begging for this change that the other, you know, 1,000 to 2,000 are completely okay with, you know? And I just think that it kind of comes back to what other players have said, like Rom from Germany. He said that, you know, like, it just seems like there's this loud minority in the Discord server that gets listened to, but then there's a silent majority, the rest of us, which are okay with stuff, and yet, you know, it's still being changed for that loud minority of people. And so I just want to bring that up because I think that people are forgetting those 2 important things. Again, the fact that the ammo was already nerfed in Quake Champions, that getting ammo in Quake Champions is more difficult than getting ammo at a high rates in Quake Live. And again, like, I'm being generous when I'm giving those people 10% of the community, you know, that wants something, because again, like, that's not compromise if we're giving the 10% what they want to a large extent, you know. I know I'm definitely going to keep talking about the railgun until it does just go back to how it was, because again, like, there is no big masses of people that are asking for the ammo to be reduced drastically, and if we're gonna take a drastic change, it would be more fun to have unlimited ammo than it would be to have just a few shots of any weapon. Yeah, anyways, thank you for listening to me, and bye-bye.